Hello, good day, and welcome to our beginner's guide on web design. In this course, we'll discuss in-depthly on web design. We'll talk about HTML and go in depth on it. We'll also go through CSS and JavaScript. Then we'll also have a touch on Git. Then at the end of the whole course, we'll do some projects, we'll design some interfaces, and show you how to be able to do all these things using web design. And I hope that at the end of this course, you get to the point where you can figure out things on your own, and also boast to have gotten enough knowledge to kick off your career in web design. Alright, so let's get started. Moving on, when we talk about web design, there are some things we really need to pay attention to, things we really need to understand very well in order to be able to actually do well in the course. All right, so there are three basic languages of the web, and these languages are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All right, so with the combination of these languages, the developer can be able to come up with a very nice design and a very nice software that could be regarded as a website. All right, so and these three languages will offer the developer the ability to obtain three qualities, like which are the resilience. So in here you have the ability to recover from errors, right? So CSS is a bit logical, unlike HTML that doesn't have logic. CSS is a bit logical and more powerful than HTML. Alright, and the CSS, when something goes wrong, also it keeps just that part of the code that is wrong and continues. But in most cases, when you miss some important things like your curly braces, it affects to a great extent the outcome of your code, because it might affect most of your styling, thereby giving you an undesirable output. Both HTML and CSS are not programming languages. Rather, HTML is a structural language, while CSS is a style sheet. Alright, so reason being that both does not possess the qualities that could qualify them to be programming languages, like having logics, having loops, having some other good comments that could qualify them as programming languages. Now, JavaScript is a programming language, and it is a very powerful language. Alright, now of all these three, it is the most fragile. Fragile in the sense that once you run into an error, the browser will stop executing every other part of the code. Alright, so unlike HTML that would guess what you're trying to do, and CSS that will overlook what error you must have run into, JavaScript will not overlook your error. Alright, when you run into error in JavaScript, your code stops working and you have to go back and look at what the problem is. Alright, so that is it about the three languages of the web, the three most basic languages of the web. We are going to discuss these languages in depth in the course of this training. Alright, we said that HTML is a structural language, or a structured language. We can call it a markup language, and CSS is a style sheet, while JavaScript is used for creating both responsiveness and interactiveness in our website. Alright, so it gives you that feel. CSS gives you the look, HTML gives you the structure, but JavaScript gives you the feel when you on your website rather. Alright, so that is it for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So in our next class, we'll continue with the introduction to web development. For now, good day.